All right, guys, we're going to get back into another tarot objects and omens here. So we're just going to do this on the fly because that's how it's going to work the best. All right, let's see. So we had mountain the last time. Let's see what comes out for you, because I don't even know what this is going to be until I do it. Somebody doesn't know something. Somebody doesn't know something. Somebody's trying to figure something out. Well, that goes without saying. Somebody went without saying. Somebody doesn't say anything at all. Okay, wow. Which one? Oh, we'll definitely take it. We've got the star. Okay, so your wish is on its way to coming true. So we've got the omen of the star. This is completely intuitive. I'm using the Hanson Roberts Tarot, and this is actually 4 decks all put together. And as I mentioned in the other video, you don't have to, if you're just starting out as a tarot reader. I've been doing this since I was a child, but when I started reading on YouTube in the early days, the early 2000s, it was quite different. And so what I started doing is, as the decks would get a little bit, at the time I felt they weren't sliding. Well, those don't want to slide. Something hasn't come easy to you, star choosing friend. I would just put them aside, and eventually I combined them all once I got over my Virgo rising, which was preventing me from wanting to mix them up. Somebody needs to mix it up. Somebody needs to definitely mix things up. All right. I'm shuffling them really well just to make sure. And the reason why there's multiple decks here is so that we can get as many people as possible if people want to show up, and we have opportunities to see which cards repeat themselves. So what I was saying is, if you're just starting out and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't go spend $100 on 4 decks or whatever, you don't have to, because there's super cheap decks out there. Look on Amazon. Don't be afraid of that. In fact, there's no reason why you should be spending a ton of money on cards, because you could make them yourself, okay? All right. So we've got the star. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take sections out at a time, but I want you to see that they're all shuffled up and that we get what we get. And the Holy Spirit is always excellent at making sure that whatever has to show up to reinforce the reading does. All right, here we go. And we're going to start with the Celtic cross. I think that will work the best for this type of reading. We're completely out of nowhere. This is like a out of nowhere. This is something about your situation for which the star applies is out of nowhere. And because your dreams are coming true, and this is such a positive omen, I'm going to take a couple. I want you to know that something is going to come quite out of nowhere for you. All right, sometimes the first pass tells us something about the past, okay? Somebody really likes Prince. Do you lie? Do you lie? Do you lie? You like that song? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so we're going to take them in this orientation. First, we've got something coming out of nowhere, someone charging toward you. A situation perhaps in the past was very sudden. You could have had somebody literally trying to attack you, and I'm not sure what that's about. We're going to find out. But the challenge was standing on your own, being your own person with the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so now as the action card, the Knight of Swords doesn't have to represent a person, and we will see if it does. But that's an air sign, so that could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And of course, a 9 of Pentacles would be a Virgo card, could be an earth sign card, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But don't put too much emphasis, because you came here for the star. Baby, you're a star. You've got to like Prince. I'm talking, yeah, Prince. All right, there's somebody out there that just adores Prince. That's a beautiful song too. All right. What's the foundation of what happened in the past? So it seems like we had someone coming towards you to attack you or to bring them fighting words. And your challenge was to stay centered, probably alone, in your garden with your bird. All right. So somebody's name is Ayana. The initial V is significant. Cinco de Mayo is significant, and we have the Fool in reverse. So there was a situation that wasn't off to a good start or was a reckless kind of start, and I don't know how this goes together yet. We'll see. Yeah. So this was probably a work-related situation, a job, a career-related situation, because this is the Three of Pentacles, and this is the work card, the apprentice card. And in the Hanson Roberts Tarot, we don't have a visual of the other two people that are kind of mentoring or talking to this person. So we need to just see this as, trying to work on something, trying to get something off the ground. And it could have been people that you worked with that were literally attacking you with gossip and nasty slander and the words and all of that. The type of people that it's like they think they've got all the best words, but they're chicken shits and they use them behind your back. It's always better if you're going to talk about somebody, just say it right to them. Don't make any bones about it. Just do it. All right, let's see. Right there. And this job or this career focus was an illusion. Seven of Cups, it could be that I'm looking at the past here in terms of realizing that this was a false start and that you had to clear the illusions up yourself. And this was about you, so you had to clear it up. There could have been intoxicants involved at the job. I mean, you could have been working at a restaurant or a bar or at a place where, the libations were flowing. Okay, so it doesn't have to be, it's just illusions. These are the illusions that we cause ourselves sometimes. It's just that we're hopeful. It doesn't mean that you did anything wrong, okay, because your wish is on its way to coming true. So you have completed some part of this karmic cycle. Okay, and what else happened? As a result of figuring this out, you let it go. You literally released it and let it go. With the Four of Pentacles in reverse, you were not going to hang on to this. You were like, nope, I'm done. That's it. You released it and let it go because you realized that it was just not going to work. Okay, not going to be a Three of Pentacles where everybody works together happily, where you're able to do what you need to do. There's always this element back there of people talking smack because people have to be stupid. Okay, I don't know why people mess that up. Because when you're working with people, you hope that you can go work with people every day or whatever intervals you have to be with them and that you could just be cool with each other. You're all there for the same reason. All right, let's see. We'll figure out if there was any competition here or what else was going on for the star people. Very quiet. Wow. Okay. Woo, there we go. All right. So we see that again with 4 decks, 4 times 79, because this deck actually has an extra card, and actually it would be 80 because I've allowed the title cards to be in there. So 8 times 4, there's 320 cards, and we see in the same exact position the 7 of Cups in reverse. So it may have been a bit challenging. You may have even given it a couple of chances to see if it would work out. This really feels work job related. This could also be your own business. This could be as a student, 3 of Pentacles, but then we have the 5 of Cups. So you were pretty sad about that. It took you a while to get over that double 7 of Cups in reverse, getting that double toil and trouble. Maybe there was a kitchen witch back there, but I don't know. Don't get excited. We'll get excited if it comes out. So what were your hopes and fears during this past issue where you had to separate from a job or from these people? It really feels work related with all these pentacles. I mean, yeah, I don't see anything else that, it's either work or it's school. All right, let's see. Career, business, something where you literally were under attack. I'm not going to take those because they didn't feel right the way that they kind of came out. What was the hopes and fears? Oh, there we go. See, you were hoping that it would work out, that you'd be with your best buddies, that you'd be with people that you could have a warm relationship with. Work relationships always have to stay, that way. They have to be work relationships, but there's no denying that they cross over, but this is, I am going to say it. And for those of you that are tarot readers, we don't see the wands out here yet, but there was a group of bitches that were talking shit about you, male or female, I don't care. we don't know that this is a collective reading, and we're just going to keep going here. And what was the outcome to this? We had the King of Wands. There's a big ass wand. So there could have been some kind of a leader of the group. This could have been a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be, and not necessarily male, but like I said, we've got a lot of cards here. And so I'm going to go with the gender that I see on the cards. And this was a man and some kind of somebody, a lacking warlock, somebody who really couldn't do shit but thought they could. Flaccid. All right. Let's get a summary and then we'll keep going. So you had to let go because there was definitely a man cock blocking, business blocking, doing something, and I'm going to say that is the man that was propagating the rumors about you or directing them, like with his, flaccid little wand here. Wannabe warlock. Okay, whatever. We'll take it because that's, the Three of Cups. It's going to get wild with me here because I just don't. I'm going to tell you exactly what it looks like. All right, star person for the past. What was the summary here? Oh, we get 2. Okay, so you remained hopeful, looking to the future, not really caring if you had to start all over. You're like, I got one planted back here and I can hold on to the second one. I can start over. And you looked to the distance to see what else you could do, something new. You probably ended up working on the internet, doing something on the internet because this individual is holding the world in his hands. That always gives me World Wide Web, obviously. Just starting over and saying that's okay, but looking right at it, because this character is facing our reading and is not making any excuses for it. It's just saying, wow, this sucks. Y'all suck. And I'm out of here. So you boned out and remained the Queen of Cups. I could be talking to a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, female. All right. Now let's get into it a little bit more. I want to know what exactly was happening here. Somebody's name is Ayana. All right. Let's see. Cinco de Mayo. Initial V could be significant. Initial V, I think, has more to do with somebody who was a kind of hidden helper, somebody who wanted to help you there in the background, somebody who has information that they still may bring towards you. Somebody's from Munich, Germany, or Germany could be significant. That's going to bug me and you know it. You're sexy and you know it. Okay, so like maybe that's, I don't know why I said that, but somebody just didn't like the fact that you're confident, secure. You're probably single at the time that all occurred or just all on your own. All right, so now we've got the Two of Cups. Oh, God, no. All right, there was somebody at the job, at this business, at this workplace that was trying to keep a union from occurring. Now, the Two of Cups here, until we see more relationship stuff to see how far that goes, could just mean that somebody didn't want you leveling up, partnering up. It could be that somebody like a boss or somebody, maybe you have boss qualities or, did at the time, and you were a perfect match for something like a job promotion, for something that would have been almost designed perfectly for you, or somebody saw you and said she or he is perfect for this role. There was something about a role there that would have made you the star. Baby, you're a star. Somebody adored you. This person had a crush on you anyway. Could have been the boss, your boss, owner of the company, owner of another company, somebody that would have had something to do with this. And somebody there with their wand was like, oh, hell no. All right, whatever, man. Fine. Shine your little light over there at the end of your little weird wand, okay? Tip of your little wand. All right, let's see. What was the challenge? Why were they so challenged by this? Oh, somebody drives a McLaren. Somebody's name could be McLaren. Somebody could be from Woking. Somebody could be from England. Somebody's English or of English descent. Bottom of the deck. Okay, so somebody was just brokenhearted over you. Maybe was this person freaking like reaching in their weird, creepy ass fingers to try to cause you harm once you were healing? They can't heal. What was that? All right, I don't know. This feels like a total work situation. All right. Why were they so challenged by this? What was the challenge? Why were they? Oh. Because the person who had identified you as the star, the Iditarod is significant. Somebody's from Alaska. Somebody's from Nome. The Iditarod. Okay, so we've got the star. Okay, so they saw you as a star. Somebody said, "Baby, that's a star." And was like, "Oh, and I want to make you my star. I want to make you my. You must be my lucky star, 'cause you shine on me wherever you are. I just think of you." Somebody was just glowing, or you were glowing, and they were like, "Oh my God, I love you." King of Cups in the upright, even though that's a challenge. We did ask what the challenge was. Oh, how stupid. All right, these fools, they always get stuck in their little cesspools. All right. The number 222 or the address 222 or an addresser in the block of the 200s, the 200s block. Take that as you will. I don't know where that came from. I'm just, supposed to say it. All right. So in the foundation of this person, somebody was in love with you. Ooh, the foundation was somebody was getting free. Somebody could have been, we will see if the cards come out, but somebody was getting free of the situation or wanted to get free of this situation. Or what happened was this person couldn't come towards you because you got free. All right, let's continue. Oh my, this is interesting. Oh gosh, it just occurred to me, you guys, I'm such a dumbass. Look. You remained the Queen of Cups, and this is who was coming towards you. There was definitely a work-related relationship that was fledgling. That was like a star being born. A star is born. Somebody could be Italian. Somebody could be Jewish. Doesn't have to be either or any of the above, but definitely because these people sucked and you got away, this person was like, "Oh shit, I just lost my star." All right, let's see. Well, they will have to find you. And I always tell people, don't say that you don't know how to find a person or you don't know how to reach out to them, because you do. Okay, you could even email a person. You can locate a person. Don't locate people physically, because none of us want that. Okay, like leave us alone in the physical. Like, throw your bait out there and see if we bite. Okay. So in the fading, oh my gosh, oh, did you see that? Somebody saw you as their everything. Somebody likes the Bee Gees. Somebody's initials could be BG or BNG or B or G. All right. Oh my gosh, this person, by now they have figured out that it was a bunch of slander, libel, just bullshit, kitchen witch. Yep. And they said, "It's over. I lost my star. I lost my star. It's over." This is so sad. Okay, well, but where there's a will, there's a way. Somebody's name could be Will, Bill, or William. All right, let's see. And flip those initials where they belong. If I say BG's B and G, I'm not saying that that's the name of the person in love with you. That could be your op, okay? All right, let's see. Near future, what are they going to do? We are totally tapped into this King of Cups in the upright. That's like, oh my gosh, but and those two people, they were a perfect match. You were a perfect match with this person. They could have a beard. They could be Anglo-Saxon. Okay, they don't have to be a Protestant. Okay, this is a very sweet, gentle person. This person could have been a little bit overweight. Okay. Oh gosh, did you? I can't. I cannot. Look at. They're going to come looking for you. You know why? There you are again. They see you as their star, and they're like, "I'm not going to let her go just because she got herself out of here, because I identified her as a star. She's my wish. This is over." But there you are again. They can't let go of you. They're going to come looking for you. They're going to come looking for you. Somebody's going to come looking for you. Yep. Flew over here because you have remained strong during this entire process. A number 8 could be significant. Somebody's definitely a water sign, you or them or both of y'all. Okay, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or significant placements in the same. Somebody was like, I can't let her go. All right, let's see. Oh, and right, they are to not let you go, because that's a perfect pairing, and we've got all the right cards to indicate this would be a very successful relationship. Now, could just be a business relationship, but this is romance all over the place. There's no denying that these cups, how do you argue with the 10 of cups, the 2 of cups? All right, let's see. So you have been strong. Oh my gosh, yeah, they think you're freaking hot. Okay, so they've got this Queen of Wands idea about you because it's in the upright. And this could be that there is a Queen of Wands who's an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, could be helping to locate you or wants to help this if this isn't just the way they see you, because this is the way, you know, this is like, what's the environment? What's going on right now? What is it? What does it look like? And this is how does it look like on the outside, on the bigger picture? So it's either the way you are seen, or this could be, for example, a good witch. This could even be the wife or the counterpart to this motherfucker over here, okay, to this horrible person. That's a terrible person. You don't ever want to see the wands in reverse. It just makes, oh my gosh. They're like whether they want to be or they think they are the witches and warlocks, they cause problems. But there's a woman here who's kindly disposed towards you. Okay, and we have the Queen of Swords. Here's the bitch you want to watch out. This is the slander and the horrible, this is terrible. You also hate to see the Queen of Swords in reverse. Any swords in reverse like this, it's just the worst of the worst. Nobody wants to be around an air sign. There was an air sign, there was a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, and they still have it out for you for no reason other than you are nice. Okay? Because the Queen of Cups is loving, gentle, a great... oh my gosh, look at that. This is the star. Okay, this is wish fulfillment. Okay, no matter what this bitch over here does, this man is still gonna find you and is still gonna get their wish fulfillment because they are positive that you are the star. Okay, what was this? The injustice that was done to you is being corrected. Because that card only shows up when something has happened that was unjust, when an injustice has been done. Okay, so let's switch to another section of this thing. All right, and I'm just gonna shove this at the bottom. I could make a joke there, but I'm not. These people could shove it right up their bottom, so you don't care. You're like, whatever, you guys suck. All right, they suck, and you know it. All right, so let's see what happens. How are they going to come towards you? What's this whole plan? Wow, this is nice. Okay, all right, we've got 2 of them. We're going to take them. 3 of them. Okay, because they're going to come toward you. They're coming toward you, 6 of Swords and 4 of Pentacles, because they can't let you go. Never going to give you up. Okay, and we've got the 6 of Cups at the foundation. You're from their past. You don't have to have been from childhood. It doesn't have to be about a past life, but you are from their past in some way. Wow, they're coming towards you, baby. Okay, they want to be sweet with you. They're sweet on you. One of you could be a single parent or have been a single parent. There's something about single parent here. Somebody's name is Cooper, or the initial C is highly significant here. The initial Z is significant here. Venezuela is significant here. All right. All right. Fading influence. How does this go? Let's see. Keep talking to us. They got some bad news in the past about this 10 of Cups, or they can't share the news with you. This is not being able to get words to you or talk to you. Do you see that Page is trying to speak? You know, this is like the town crier. Somebody's crying over you. And in the crowning influence, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Most definitely, they're going to force this death card to turn into the Wheel of Fortune. They feel like they're lucky. Somebody could be gambling. Somebody could operate a casino. Somebody plays at a casino. Somebody likes roulette. All right, let's see. Don't be crazy, okay? And in the near future, once this moving towards you, once this looking for you, because I can't let you go, happens, and they've been trying to get news to you, but it's like they're shouting off into the void, like, where the hell? Okay, ooh, oh, wow. The challenge, there's competition, or they think there's competition for you. They're going to fight for you. They want to be the hero that you're dreaming of, okay? All right, be a hero, big boy, all right? We like that. Got to be a real hero, okay? Let's see. Look at, in the past, they know what was said about you. Maybe even what people were trying to scream, no, don't go toward her because she's horrible. They knew it was a fucking lie. They knew it was just all lies. They knew it was jealousy and 7 of Cups bullshit trying to confuse this. Somebody's like a big ass bear Somebody's like a bear or a teddy bear. They're kind of squishy, a little bit soft, a little bit comfortable for like, the cuddling. Somebody could be a hunter, somebody could have a beard, somebody's a big bear. Somebody's a big softy. They went within and now they're coming out. They are the ones that are shining the light saying, "No bitches, you guys were the ones that were spreading rumors about my star." Okay, so let's see. Yes. Okay. Oh my god. They're trying to marry you. They must think you're single. They hope they can marry you. Somebody wants to marry you. All right. Somebody wants to marry you. Somebody thinks that you are the one. You're their North Star. Oh, yep. Again, a card of going towards you, and look at the way this works. You're the wish fulfillment. The 9. There's the 8. They're already on the way. Okay, so they're already coming for you. They're already looking for you. This person could be paying a private detective, or in the past paid a private detective to see if any of these secrets were true, if there was anything that they needed to know, and they found nothing. They found that you are exactly the person that you said to you. There was some question about who you are. Yeah, look at because fucking smying. Because this person hired a private detective to look for you or to look into you or to look at you because they wanted to see if you could be defended. Was any of this true? Challenge to that, Holy Spirit? Yes. Because they're like, I'm not bullshitting. I'm going to make magic happen all around my star. And I'm going to find out, like, wouldn't you? You want to look into people. They wanted to make sure that you weren't some tricky dicky and they were going to pull out all the stops to see who you were. Somebody hired a private detective to look into you. Yep. Because what is this? What did I tell you? There could have been a married couple that was fucking with you because there's that Queen of Swords bitch and here's that motherfucker King of Swords in reverse. Could have been law enforcement. Doesn't have to be. There could have been a surgeon for all I know, but definitely somebody using words to hurt people. Fuck you. All right. We know what the truth is. All right. So in the fading influence here, what will be the influence that passes as this is happening? This person is outed. They've been outed. Yeah. This person is saying, and these two people are going to get a divorce. They're breaking up. This person is saying, you two assholes deserve the 10 of cups in reverse because what did you do to me? You made me lose mine. Do you see how that works with over 300 cards? Yep. This person's like, fuck you people. And that's if this person doesn't call the law on them. We see it. We see it. These two people could know each other because look, there's the King of Swords in reverse, and here is the King of Swords upright. I told you, law enforcement. Law enforcement could even be the 3-letter agencies, the alphabet boys, that kind of thing. That card is opposite. It's like this person and this person, the 2 air signs, the 2 motherfuckers, those 2 people. They all could know each other. Maybe they're all in the same, maybe they're part of an investigative group or something. And this person's like, I'm going to do what I need to do. But these people are polar opposites. They're the same, but they're like one's good and one's bad. And look at what we have in their near future. We have the 4 of Swords in reverse. This person is like saying, enough of this, enough of my waiting. I've done all of my thinking, all of my meditation, all of my investigation. I'm going for it. I'm gone. All right, somebody's coming for you. They're already on the way. And in the current environment, yep, look at this. Do you see this? Do you see what they're doing? They're bringing you a giant cup of love. They're saying, I want to have some kind of a beginning with you of an emotional nature. This is something work related. This was work related. This was some kind of business related thing. This was a job. This manifested from a job. Okay, let's see. And what does it look like on the outside? The community. What do people know? Somebody's crying. That song, Do You Lie? When I lie awake in my boudoir. Do you think of me or do you lie? Do you lie? When I'm in A sad and lonely mood, dear. I think of you, dear. Right? And do you cry? Do you cry? You're like, no, I'm not crying. It was sad what happened, but I'm not going to let that, make me feel that way. And somebody is saying, I want a new beginning because I'm so sad. I'm so stressed. I'm just so upset that I don't have my star. Okay. You're somebody's lucky star. Maybe you were very lucky, for these people, this business. Maybe you owned a business together. Something here about a business being owned together. These could be like a bunch of owners or a bunch of people interfering with something, but you got to give people. This person's younger than you. This person's that. I just heard that. Okay. All right. Somebody's younger here, but I think somebody's younger than you. If this is your part of the story and you recognize this, person's younger than you. Yeah, look at shit. This was about money. Somebody didn't want you somehow to get a new beginning or a promotion or something that had to do with finances, some tangible beginning. They didn't want you to get it, whatever it was. Okay. Oh, shit. People suck. Like, why can't you just be happy for other people? That's how good things happen to you, is when you're happy for other people having good things happen to them. What I tell you. They're coming in to apologize for whatever happened, and they want to bring you that big ass cup. All right. This is somebody who's a little bit younger than you. This is a Caucasian person. Okay. Like for a lot of, whoa, gosh, did you see? There it is again. Prove it to you if you're not paying attention. 6 of Cups. Here they come. They want you. We're going to get some names here. Somebody's name is Bradley. All right. Yeah, they're coming for you. They need you. I don't know what they need you for, but they need you. I don't think that there was much. I don't even think you would expect this. Because what did I say from the beginning? Out of the blue, just literally, just out of nowhere, like a shooting star. This is like, they feel like you fell into their lap. Somehow there was like a falling into the lap situation where they just feel like, how lucky could I have gotten? I would never have expected to meet this person here or a person like this here. They're still watching you. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some names. I know okay. We saw Fran here. Somebody's name is Tristan. Marlo. Nigel, Donito, Lucy, Anne, Morose, Patterson. Somebody's name is Rosh, Val. Somebody likes Val Kilmer, Tabitha, T-names. I think we're going to get a few more here. Yep, Duke. Rudy. Jackson. AJ, or the initials A or J. Let's get a few more. This person's coming toward you. This person's tickled by you. They know that you're weird, interesting, different, that you're a star. People that are just like everybody else are not stars. Stars are stars because they are so different. And you could be very far away from this person because stars are far away. You could be light years in one direction or the other. Somebody's into physics. Somebody's an astrophysicist. Somebody could be an astrophysicist, or somebody just likes Queen. Somebody likes to play the guitar. All right, let's see. It doesn't have to be all of the above. These are just like, hits that I get. All right, let's see. Hit me, baby, one more. Does somebody wants to like, come on. They're like, look at me. Look at me. I want you to look at me. They want you to look at them. Okay, somebody's name is Tucker. Somebody's name is Wilson. Somebody's name is Sonny. Somebody's name is Malcolm. Somebody's name is Athena. Anything else there? Yeah, somebody hired a PI to like see what you had going on, to see if any of this was true. Kai. Drafter. Is that supposed to be in there? Is somebody's name Drafter? Monitoring spirit. Somebody's trying to monitor you, but I don't think they can find you. Let's just take a couple more. Diane, Hilton, Irene, Salvador, LaRae, Spence, Kern, Jace, and joiner. And we're going to end it. Well, we're going to take Kathy because Kathy was there from the beginning. I don't know what that means. Take good care. And I hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed that very much. Congratulations. Love is coming towards you.